The EmpowaMen International Men's Day Summit 2024 will bring together 4,000 men at the Mosaiek Theatre in Johannesburg for a day of transformation and candid conversation. The event aims to challenge traditional narratives surrounding masculinity and explore the complexities faced by young boys and men in modern society, fostering mutual accountability and breaking stereotypes. For more on this, we now speak to Sechaba Motsieloa from EmpowaMen. He is the co-founder. He joins us now via our video links. Chaba, thank you so much for your time this evening here in SABC News. Tomorrow you will be holding the International Men's Summit, the EmpowaMen International Men's Summit. Maybe tell us more about the summit. What is it all about?
Yeah, thank you very much, and good evening to the listener. International Men's Day Summit that's happening on the 16th of November. From EmpowaMen, we'll be celebrating it at Mosaiek Theatre, where we're going to have 3,000 to 4,000 men redefining modern masculinity, the ability to have an interpretation of how does masculinity express itself in the 21st century.
What prompted the summit?
I didn't get that.
What prompted you to hold the summit? I know that it's held every year, but
Yes.
what prompted you to continue to have a summit of this nature?
One of the things that we have realized from EmpowaMen is that men's conversations and dialogue should not be a once-off event. They should be all year round. When we had the summit in April, we realized that there were many topics that still needed to be covered. Our aim is really to ensure that there's zero male suicide, and that the conversations around health and addiction, spirituality, conversations about the men's place today, fatherlessness, as well as the stress that comes with financial burden, are conversations that should still be had, so that when men express their masculinity within that context is still healthy and not tragic in the way that sometimes it is expressed.
And you will also be having a dialogue on the boy child and young men in South Africa. Maybe tell us more about this topic and why you chose to, zoom in on young men and the role that they can play in our society.
The future is always young for a young country like ours, and if we don't take care of our young citizens, we are likely throwing away the future. These young men grew up in a context where masculinity is already predetermined as toxic for them. We want them to have a new narrative, get to see conversations that probe and challenge those definitions of background. We want to empower them to be able to go in the world where they see themselves as human beings and don't get to be threatened by the advancement of women as well as young girls in their environment. And don't necessarily look to role models that are actually not role models, but true role models that can help them to become meaningful contributors to society. So we have to have these young men be part of these crucial conversations.
And if I'm looking at, attending this summit tomorrow, what can I expect?
What you can expect when attending the summit, first, if you have already registered, well done, but there's still room to be able to register if you just walk in. You will find that the panel discussions will first be led by an opening address by Dr. John Kani, and then from there, different speakers will go into deep conversations around, as I said, issues of addiction, issues of spirituality, issues of men's place today, as well as fatherlessness, and then men abuse. So there are many topics that will be discussed in the closed sessions, where men can be vulnerable without necessarily exposing themselves to be criticized, but to be able to connect at a human level with other men. So it is a safe space for true engagement between men.
All right, Sechaba, thank you so much for your time. That is Sechaba Motsieloa. He is the co-founder for EmpowaMen. They will be holding a summit tomorrow. Of course, a summit aimed at men in the country to have very crucial and important conversations.